Hello and welcome to your morning yoga flow. My name is Maria and today I will be guiding you through a sun salutation morning yoga flow that you can do in 15 minutes. We'll run through the sun salutation A, the traditional one, and then we can add in variations, and that can also inspire you to add in variations when you practice it at home. This is going to be 15 minutes. We won't need any props, and this is all levels. We'll meet at the top of our mats, coming into mountain pose. Bring your feet hip width apart and ground down through all 10 toes, through all four corners of the feet. Rotate your palms to face towards the front of the room, and we'll take a moment here just to get settled and to bring our attention to our mat. Become aware of your body and any of the subtle feelings that we have before we start the yoga practice today. Feel free to close your eyes here, roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then around and back. Lift up through your chest, tuck your chin, and lift the crown of your head up towards the sky. Let your belly soften. Try not to strain or tense too much right now in the mid-torso area. On your next inhale, lift your arms up above overhead. Feel free to open your eyes now. Exhale to forward fold, bend over your legs, folding at your hips and bending your knees here as much as you need to. Keeping length through the spine. Tuck your chin just a little bit and let the crown of the head, let the head just fall. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs and lift your torso up parallel to the floor, halfway lift. Pull your elbows back, pull your shoulders away from your ears, and tuck your chin just a little bit. On your next inhale, reach the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Bring your hips over your heels. And exhale to fold back over your legs. Plant your hands and step both feet back. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, plank pose. Option to come down onto your knees here. Otherwise, we'll stay in plank pose, heels stacked on top of the balls of your feet. Lift your hips up to be almost parallel with your shoulders. Push away from the mat. Rotate your inner elbows to face towards the front of the mat. Inhale to shift forward all the way onto your toes. And then exhale as you slowly lower, bringing your elbows in by your ribs to graze your ribs as you lower all the way down onto the ground. Option to take your own vinyasa here, or meet me in a cobra. Bring your hands back by your low ribs. Rotate your shoulders up, around, and back. Bring your shoulder blades to meet. On your next inhale, lift your chest. Peel your chest and your chin off the ground. Inhale. And exhale to release back down to the ground. Inhale, push yourself back up to tabletop position, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Lift the hips and send the tailbone up high. Shift the feet around and maybe pedal out the feet just to find what feels good here as we settle into this first sun salutation. Ground down through all 10 knuckles, especially that pointer finger, knuckle, and thumb. Rotate your inner elbow towards the front of the room and bring your ears by your biceps, pushing away from the mat. Bend your knees here as much as you need to. And then send your heels towards the earth. Big inhale and exhale to reach your tailbone a little closer to the sky. Inhale to look up just a little bit, and then exhale to walk your feet up to meet the back of your hands. Forward fold. Your hands can be on your shins or wherever they rest, just bending and folding your torso over your legs. Bend your knees here as much as you need to. Inhale to bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Halfway lift, bring your torso up, pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale to fold back over your legs. Inhale to slowly roll back up to standing, letting your chin roll up last to avoid feeling lightheaded, meeting again in a mountain pose. That was one variation of a sun salutation that I like to do. It's great for beginners. It's great for a lot of levels if you're stiff. But now we're going to add on. So inhale, lift the arms up above overhead. And exhale to forward fold, bending over your legs. Plant the hands, step both feet back, coming into a plank pose. Ground down into your hands, press into all 10 knuckles. Inhale to shift forward on all 10 toes. And then exhale to slowly lower, but only halfway, bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders. And then flip onto the tops of your feet. Inhale to push up, coming into an up dog, pushing away from the mat, bringing your shoulders back behind your wrists. So push away from the mat, lifting up through your knees, lifting your quads. Stay strong here. Inhale and exhale to lift your hips, untuck your toes, and then coming into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high, pedal out the feet once more. Inhale to look up just slightly, and exhale to hop or walk your feet up to beat the backs of your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to mountain pose, come up to standing. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and then back around and down your back. Palms face towards the front of the room. Big inhale, big exhale to let it all go. Take a moment here to maybe close the eyes and notice how the body feels. Bringing your attention back to your breath and slowing down your breath. Good job. So I introduced up dog and chaturanga in that one when we went halfway down. On this next round of sun salutations, I'm going to introduce some other variations, but with this vinyasa part, I will say to take your own vinyasa, and that's where you can choose to either come all the way down to the ground or to only come back down halfway to your elbows, which is called chaturanga. When you're ready, on your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Option to bring the palms to touch. Exhale to forward fold. Keep your chin tucked as you fold your torso over your legs. Inhale, plant the hands and step your right foot back to the back of the mat. Drop that back knee. Exhale and come onto the fingertips. Bring your left knee on top of your left ankle, and then inhale to lift your chest. Option to lift your arms up above overhead once more. And exhale, option to cactus your arms down, bring your elbows, bend your elbows down by your ribs, and then release your arms down by your sides. Bring your arms and return your hands down by your left foot. Inhale once again, and then exhale to lift that back knee and step your left foot back. We're going to take a vinyasa here. So on the plank, option to come down onto your knees or take your own vinyasa. Inhale, shift all the way forward onto your toes, and then your choice option to come all the way down or halfway to chaturanga and then up dog. If you're coming all the way down, meet me in a cobra. Lift the chest and chin, bring the elbows back behind you. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Inhale, push yourself back up to tabletop position, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet once again. Inhale to look up just a little bit, and then exhale to walk your feet up to meet the backs of your hands. Inhale to lift your torso up halfway, and exhale to forward fold. Plant the hands and step the left foot back, this time to the back of the mat. Drop the back left knee, and then on your next inhale, lift the chest. Option to lift the arms up above overhead. Right knee stacked on top of right ankle. Exhale, pull the inner thighs towards one another to find a little bit of stability here. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, maybe sink the hips a little bit closer to the ground, and then release your hands to the earth, framing your right foot. Tuck that left foot under, lift that back knee, and then send that right foot back to meet your back foot, returning to a plank pose. Your option of vinyasa here, option as always to drop onto your knees and then come either halfway down or all the way down. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, look up just a little bit and then hop, skip or jump or walk or tiptoe your feet up to meet the backs of your hands. Forward fold. On your next inhale, slowly roll all the way up slowly, leaving your chin to come up last. And we'll take a moment to just tune back into our body, return to our breath, and slow down our breathing. Meet me in a seated position on the ground. You can come into a forward fold and then just slowly sink your hips back down, bending into your knees, or just meet me any way you want. From here, we're actually going to come into a lying down position. So slowly roll yourself down if you met me in a seated position, or just make your way down to laying down. Spread your legs wide to either side of the mat, to the left and to the right corner. Flip your palms to face upward, or let them face downward if you want your shoulders to roll out a little bit this time, and bending a little bit into those elbows and sending those elbows out wide. Tuck the chin just a little bit, or maybe open it up. Whatever feels different than what you normally do, just try that this time. Once again, returning to your breath. Let go of any controlled breathing that you might have, and just let it be natural. If your palms are face up, tuck your shoulder blades underneath your heart space. See if that feels good. Bring your attention back to the present moment, back to your body. Feel your back and your body supported by the ground, by the mat. And slowly start to open your eyes. Take in the colors around you. Take in the sounds around you. Take your time. Wiggle out your fingers and your toes. And then meet me in a seated position. Maybe rolling onto one side and then pushing yourself to come up with your top hand. Thank you so much for joining me for this Sun Salutation Morning Yoga Flow. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel to stay notified of any new videos that I come out with. Please like this video and share it with anyone that you think might enjoy it as well. I'll see you next time. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sending love and light from my heart to yours. Thank you.